Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to so far the hottest day of the year edition of Topic Time with Harrison Young. It's a scorcher out there. It's going to get even hotter, they said, but hey, listen, that's summer. We're not going to complain too much. And as usual, we're heating things up in here tonight with a really hot shot guest. But before we get to him, got to read the underwriters, and then we will proceed with the show. As usual, we got good old Dave's Automotive in Hanson on Route 58. We got Brian's Barbershop in Kingston. We got Angel's Auto Parts in Plimpton with a pay top dollar for used cars and junk. We got Vape Solutions in East Bridgewater. We got Smoke and Ashes Tobacco Company in Abington. And it's also Abington News, and they have stores in convenient locations in Abington, Weymouth, Hanson, Whitman, Pembroke, and Hanover. We got Auto Restoration South Coast Customs in Hanson, where they restore antique cars. And we got Advanced Auto Sales in Rockland on Plain Street. Good credit, bad credit, no problem. All the inventory under $6,000. I want to thank you guys very much. And now we will do the show. So today, check it out, this very colorful gentleman here, local guy like myself. This is DJ Adam Sheehan. I've had a couple of DJs on the show already. One male, one female. I have to admit, he looks cool, but he's not as pretty as DJ Julie, who I had on about 5 years ago, who's a Brazilian lady. But we're going to talk to him tonight and find out all about his awesome career in DJing and what he does and other things he does. And from what I understand, he's got quite a rich history. So, Adam, thanks for coming in and being on Topic Time with me tonight.
You're welcome.
Okay. Oh, looking at you right now, I'm just wondering, do you ever do any modeling? Do you ever pose for like the Slim Jim ads? Or Jim Beam or something like that?
No,
that's cool.
I wish I'd love to do that, but
okay.
I haven't really thought about getting into that field.
Never done anything in other in entertainment than DJing. Never done any acting or singing, dancing.
That I don't. None of that.
Sports.
Sports. I'm actually a volunteer assistant for the football program at my alma mater. It's East Bridgewater Junior Senior High School.
Okay.
That's been open. It'll be 6 years since that opened up.
Yep.
East Bridgewater.
I remember when it was just the high school.
East Bridgewater High School is what it used to be.
I know. I used to walk in their track. I still do sometimes.
They just the track is actually named after a longtime legendary head coach, still coaching the track and field program. My good friend, retired teacher, track field Hall of Famer George McCabe. I'm sure you've heard his name before.
I have. Let's get him on the show sometime.
Oh, we'll get him. Well, I'll talk.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Yeah, he's still coaching that.
Okay.
He's had illustrious career since his teaching days and his days as a student many decades ago.
What did he teach aside from coaching?
He actually was a social studies teacher.
Cool.
For a long time. Then he was department head, which is actually the curriculum coordinator of that department.
Oh, what, in East Bridgewater?
Yes.
Yeah, my 7th grade social science teacher is a Facebook friend of mine. He's retired now and living in Florida. He was my teacher almost 48 years ago.
Okay.
So I know how that works. Usually social science teachers make good coaches for sports. I've noticed that.
A lot of them do. I mean, I know all the veteran football coaches around the area, and all the young gun coaches out there too. A lot of my good.
I don't know if you knew Bunky Holmes at Bridgewater, at BR.
I'm familiar with him.
Well, I used to cover back in 1988. I covered their baseball team. He was their baseball coach. I don't know if he was a teacher too. Yeah, I think he's retired.
I think he's been retired for quite a while.
But let's get to you though. Let's get to what you do. So you're a DJ. So how long you been doing that? How far and wide do you go with your DJ? Now are you a radio DJ or do you do like events?
I do events. I'm
okay.
a DJ, event person.
Yep.
I've been doing. I got into in the business in it'll be 13 years come up Labor Day weekend. I got into it Labor Day weekend '06.
Okay.
I learned it a lot, from a family member not only after I graduated high school. So I helped my aunt. Got me into it, so I kind of learned it from her and a friend of hers. So that kind of evolved on my end, learning it and stuff, learning how everything works and the equipment and everything.
Okay.
Labor Day weekend come around 2006. That's when I eventually got into it on my end. I saved up money. I'd get a lot of equipment and stuff. But my aunt was getting towards the end with her, on her last legs doing the business. So I kind of passed it on to me.
Okay.
Learning it and stuff. So that's when I got into it. I had my first gig it was Thanksgiving Day weekend, actually, '06. I did class reunion for the West Bridgewater Class A6 reunion. It was actually the
20th. Right, wow.
It was actually over the Rod and Gun Club over on Matfield Street.
Sure, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, I've been to a lot of functions there, especially that. Through my years, in the business, I've met a lot of great people. I've done a lot of indoor, outdoor gigs. I've done the list is so long. I can name off like class reunions, holiday parties, graduation parties.
Yep. Okay.
Cookouts.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Weddings, bar mitzvahs. I've done a lot. The list is so long.
Okay. You work by yourself?
By myself. Yeah,
wow.
I do that.
Okay. So how do people get in touch with you? You got your plaque right there. You wanna?
This is actually the business flyer right here, as you can see. Yeah. I print them out. I have it right on the computer at home, so if I need to print any more flyers out,
okay,
I can copy them right on there and then print them out through the printer upstairs in the office.
That's pretty stuff. Do you design your own logo too?
I designed that, yes.
Oh, you're very artistic.
Well, thank you.
You doing the art at all? Besides, do you draw, paint, sculpt?
I don't do. I'm not the best on that department.
Okay. Well, you probably could.
The business cards, that I have, I obviously get those through Vistaprint.
Okay.
Obviously, they're the cheapest around.
They're pretty good.
They're very, phenomenal. Usually, when you sign up and stuff, you get the, 500 cards for $9.99.
Right.
That's their discount they have all the time. You see on TV or you hear on the radio.
Right. Oh yeah, that's right.
Usually it takes a few weeks, as it says, to have it delivered. I've got mine less than a week. That's how quick they are when they come in the mail.
Okay.
You can go on the Vistaprint website, design it any way you want it and stuff. Go on there, do like the background on the card, put your info in there. And then once it comes in the mail, usually, it comes like in a little box.
Yep.
Little small mini card box.
Right.
Get that, they usually send a $10 discount card too. So if anytime you have to order more or have any more made,
yep,
you get right there.
Exactly. Now, have you done any? I know your career is to do events. Have you ever done any in school, any radio DJing or anything like that?
I've done a number of radio DJing when I was in college.
Where was that?
I've done over at Massasoit and Brockton, Brockton campus, and I've done a number over at Bridgewater State.
Okay.
When it was college, not university as it is now.
I know, exactly. They only changed the name about 2 years ago.
Actually, it was they updated university in 2010, if you remember.
Oh wow, has it been that long? Wow,
yes,
years go by fast. Right. Okay. So I assume you said you started your business in 2006, so this was probably before that you were doing it at BSU.
Yeah, I did a long time ago.
They got a nice station. So
they do.
What was it like? What was it like working as a DJ there? What did you have? You had your own like rock and roll show or?
I when I was going
entering
what? I did a lot. My own show on the radio and stuff. I learned on there.
Yep. Okay.
We learned it and stuff. Part by part. They show us how everything works. We got a chance to,
run the board
and stuff. We did a number of events from the college, so it kind of helped me learn on that end.
Yeah. Well, would you ever consider? I mean, but that was the only, as far as radio tech, that was the only thing you've ever done in radio. Since then, it's all been private stuff for events.
Yes.
But you've never done. But you've never actually had a career in radio or TV or anything like that. Okay. No. Would you ever think about trying it, or are you just so busy doing this that you've?
I mean, I like what I'm doing here. It's a good learning experience.
Great business. You're self-employed.
Yes.
Right. Okay.
I like it. I've done a number of events. During the year and stuff. I have a lot of upcoming events. I have my friend's Labor Day weekend cookout coming up in end of next month, and I'm doing a birthday party a week from the Saturday.
This is pretty good that you a lot of I mean, it seems to me that from what you're telling me, is that it doesn't have to be a formal event to hire you. I mean, they hire you just stuff for get-togethers. I mean, somebody has a party because they feel like throwing a party for high school kids, they'll call you.
Right.
That's pretty good.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, they message me on Facebook or they'll call me on my cell phone.
Right.
Message me, get in contact with me, or else they'll get referral from other people who know me around the area, whether it's in East Bridgewater, neighboring towns, or nearby.
Right.
So
now, when you play your music, do you have a playlist that you bring for every event, depending on what people want, or do you make stuff up, or what?
On my laptop, I mean, I can talk to when people contact me.
Yeah.
They'll tell me you have this, you have that. I'll go through whatever they want and stuff. Ahead of time.
Okay.
Or else if they decide to wait, until I get there and stuff, they'll ask me then.
Right.
I don't mind either way.
You must have do you play stuff from CDs, or do you use like YouTube or
I have
the internet?
I actually have the laptop, with all the songs. I can download all the songs on there, then I can switch back and forth between there and then YouTube. So I can put that on pause and then switch back and forth.
Okay.
With the laptop, scrolling back and forth, then once I'm done with the YouTube, I can click right in the playlist and go from there.
That's awesome. Speaking of YouTube, have you ever done anything on YouTube yourself? Just any kind of performance of your DJing? Have you ever done like an ad on YouTube to let people know? I mean, it might be a good thing to try to get more business. Although you seem like you got plenty now, but it'd be kind of cool watching you perform on in a commercial. To see if they, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Have you ever done that, or would you ever think of it?
I haven't done it yet, but I'm definitely thinking about that. Putting a lot of thought into it.
Yeah, I mean, you got access to YouTube. It's an easy web 21st century app that you can use anytime that you want. It might be cool to reach out to a lot of people. So as far as where you've gone to do your DJing, how far and wide have you traveled?
I've traveled like all around southeastern Mass.
Okay.
I've gone like up towards like Quincy, Braintree area. I mean, I've
you never left Massachusetts, so you ever gone any? I mean, I don't suppose you've ever gone to like Connecticut or New Hampshire, out of state.
Not up that way. I haven't gone up,
Okay.
too often. I mean, I've gone to like Rhode Island.
Oh yeah, okay.
I've done like counties. I mean, Plymouth County. I've gone to Norfolk.
Right.
Bristol County. This whole area. I mean, I've done some like in like Middlesex County.
Okay.
So somewhere.
Well, Middlesex County's nice. I mean, that's a pretty good haul for you.
Yeah, I mean, it's not far. I mean, I know like Natick, I know that whole region, North Shore area and stuff.
Have you ever DJ'd a big event that involved like say a politician or a celebrity?
I've done a number of political events,
Okay.
Small like political events around the area. Between that, I've done a lot of volunteering for a lot of my local officials through the years and stuff. I helped out numerously. So I mean, when I set my sound system, my PA system up, I'll let them talk.
Right.
Back and forth one to the next. I'll introduce.
Okay. And you do like dedications and stuff for every, like say you're at a wedding. I assume you do a lot of weddings.
I've done a lot of weddings. I did my friend's wedding. It was actually a year ago, last month, up the road at the Country Club of Halifax.
Okay. It must have been beautiful.
It was awesome in there. It was awesome. I know they did a lot of renovation in there quite like 6-7 years ago. I remember.
Okay.
I heard.
Yeah. So it's a golf course, right?
Right.
Okay. Wow.
Right off of 106.
You're right. Right off of 106.
I'm doing my I actually got booked to do my friend's another friend of mine's wedding. It'll be coming up a year in the coming, not this fall, but a year coming up and stuff over at the Montponset Inn. I know they're doing a lot of
58.
Yes.
In Hanson. Well, actually Halifax. Right
by the pond.
Before the Hanson line.
They're doing a lot of renovation to the bar room and their whole restaurant section.
That's a beautiful inn.
Well, it's phenomenal.
It is, yeah. And it's
even like the function room too is fantastic in there. They have a nice like outdoor patio. They have a nice gazebo out there like for weddings on the outside.
Have you ever done any events at like I'm just trying to think you said you've done political events.
Yes.
Have you ever done who was the most famous person you've ever worked for? Just wondering. I'm just whether it be a politician or an act. I mean, have you ever done any? Have you ever worked a gig for somebody really well known?
It's a lot. There's a lot of good people over the years I've done for whether it be like local officials or like my close friends event again.
Okay.
There's a lot of them. Hard to keep. It's a list of people. It's hard to keep up on everybody.
Okay. Right. Okay. Now you look like you could do other things too. You've never done any acting in school or any like stand-up comedy or anything like that?
I did. I actually, believe it or not, I did a lot of speeches for the football program at my old East Bridgewater High School. That's how I got into recognizable.
Did you play sports at all? Did you play football?
I played when I was little, then I injured myself.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay. What was it, Pop Warner?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was tough with me. Then I helped out. I was a football manager in high school, so I kind of did all the paper, keeping up on all the games and all the playbooks and stuff. So that's kind of learned it on that end.
You're pretty good with stats, obviously.
Yes.
Writing stats and stuff.
Yeah.
Now, I suggested YouTube stuff. When you do a gig, do you have anyone doing, like, I'm sure you got plenty of people taking footage of it on video.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of thing you might want to put on a YouTube, bit about what you do, and send it all around, and that get more people.
Yeah.
I mean, you have a pretty good following on Facebook. You got more friends than I do, and I got almost 4,900. So
you're close to almost what I have.
Right. No, I know. I'm getting more all the time because of what I do. People are obviously hooking up with me on Facebook. But it's obvious that you've established your PR is pretty good. You obviously know how to go about doing that, and it's pretty much just basically online, right? But word of mouth too, right?
Word of mouth also, referral.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Okay, and you've actually never hired anybody to work for you. Everything you do, you set up yourself.
Everything I set up. I mean, I got all my equipment, you know, for like indoors and stuff. I got all my stands, you know, my speakers and everything.
Right.
I got like LED lights too and stuff. Not like we have in the studio, but like party lights. I have, you know, for like indoor parties, you know, and outdoor parties and stuff too.
Right. Okay. You know, you ever use like colored lights that like that that make the kind of colors that the shirt does that you're wearing?
I have my speaker, my massive speakers actually have LED lights which flash around.
Okay, like strobe.
Yeah,
I got it.
It's built right into the speaker. That's more designed nowadays, because a lot of the new speakers actually have Bluetooth capability.
Right.
You know,
okay.
It's designed a lot better now.
What about playing music yourself? Have you ever done a song? I know I guess you've never done anything musical on your own, right?
Never did. I mean, obviously listened to it as I was growing up, so that's how I kept up on it.
Right.
On my end, you know, memorizing all the
songs.
Songs and all the Billboard.
No,
all the
so
Billboard notes.
what do you think is the most demanded songs that you play during your gigs? Like say at a wedding or something, like "Sweet Love" by Anita Baker, or something like that. Or I'm thinking of songs that you might play that people love because they dance to them, and then, you know, and they can dedicate them to their significant others and everything. I'm picturing you doing a wedding and, you know, and saying something. Hey, so and so, Harold and Mila, we're very happy that you picked me. What can we play for you today? Let me pick a song for you, and then you play something that comes right to mind. What would you pick for that?
I have a lot, you know, I played over the years and stuff at weddings. I mean, I play like "We Are Family."
Okay, there you go.
That's a very common one. I'll play like
Sister Sledge, 40 years ago. Is that unbelievable?
I believe that's 40 years now.
I know, it's crazy.
I play like "Dancing Queen's" a very regular.
ABBA,
I play
1976.
And of course, one of my favorite songs I play a lot, "Brick House."
Brick House, he is a.
Lionel still looks good for his age today. Hard to believe.
I know. Who does? Oh, the Brick House. Yeah, that was 42 years ago.
I play other songs. I play like "Disco Inferno" by the Tramps.
The Tramps, 1977, Saturday Night Fever.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I know.
John Travolta was in his prime then.
He was.
If you remember that.
He's still doing pretty good.
Yeah, he's still
do
doing.
Do you ever do like trivia questions for songs? Like ask people, like we're just talking now. I named the bands that you named, and the years the songs came out. We both know those. Have you ever done anything like that? Like maybe just ask people to. I mean, I'm sure you take a lot of requests too.
I do. I take a lot all the time.
But do you ever do? I mean, do you ever make it more? It's kind of interesting if you throw that into the mix. So like play a little of a song and say, all right, what song was this? What year did it come out? Who did it? You ever done that?
I've done that on occasions.
Okay.
I've done that. You know, I've had people, you know, testing everybody's, you know, memory, trying to remember the song and stuff. You know, I've had a lot of people guess it out, you know, yell it out to me like I know that song. They'll yell it out.
Right.
Or put their hands up, and I'll be like, you were first. Yell it, say it.
Now some DJs. Now this girl I interviewed a few years ago, DJ Julie from Brazil. Some of them they'll take an old disc. They before the CDs. They'll put it on a turntable, and they'll. I don't know why they do it, but it sounds like it's to them or the people that they're working for. The scratching of the needle on the disc creates a cool dancing beat to the song it adds that sustenance or substance to it. So you ever do that?
That I used to do it a long time ago before I switched to the laptop.
Okay.
I did it when I started out and stuff, and then.
Okay. And what about clubs? You do there too? Them clubs?
I do, you know, on occasions, not all the time, but once in a blue moon, I'll do it here and there if they need me and stuff. But I mean, they got my number, so, you know, in case they gotta call me or anything, you know.
Would you ever consider opening your own club at some point? Maybe
I haven't really thought on that end yet.
Oh, it might be a good idea.
Yeah.
And people will come to you. Then you get, you know, I mean, there's a lot of nice places available. I think. You ever done it? You know Norton at all? You know the town of Norton?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so you know if you're going out toward Route, you know, right off of 495, Ann's Place. There used to be a restaurant called Ann's Place. I think that building is vacant right now. It closed. There was sort of a function hall years ago, and all of a sudden it just closed one night. And they used to have weddings there and events and stuff. Okay. And it just closed up. You might want to. I'm just thinking maybe you want to look into, you know, having your own place, your own function. Ann's Place, the old building would be perfect. It's huge. It's probably got maybe, I'm guessing 1,600 square feet, and you have a big dance floor, and that way people could come to you instead of you going to them. And then, you know, you just might increase business like that. Are you ever planning on traveling any further than? I mean, you got some great venues, obviously.
Yeah.
You ever planning on like maybe taking it national at all?
I haven't thought that far yet.
Okay.
It's taking time though.
Right, I know. Just
think about it.
Yeah, but it seems like you're doing pretty well. So how many gigs a week do you think you have? I guess this is your full-time thing right now, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I do. I mean, I do it back and forth. It depends. Again, I have an upcoming party coming up next week. So
Okay.
then usually again people will call me. If anything comes up, or if I have anything coming up on that end. A lot of times I've had cancel out on certain events when I have other events that day and stuff.
Wow. So it's
that's
that
one thing
busy.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Well, it is. I know. That's why you never hire anybody.
No.
Okay. Because if you had to cancel out, you might be able to provide. What happens if you cancel out? Doesn't that become a problem after a while? Because you schedule someone and then you got to cancel. That happens.
Yeah. If something else comes up, on that, and if I event one day, it's in the same day, it's another event and stuff. And you kind of
Okay.
But I mean, I've talked to them sometimes. When they switch it up the next day or whenever and stuff. I've had no problem on that end.
Okay. All right. All right. So tell me, have you ever had it? What was like the most like? I'm trying to think. Was the word the most outrageous event you've ever worked? Anything really outrageous? People gotten really out of just out of control. It might be a motorcycle gang initiation, something like that. Hell's Angels. Ever done anything for them?
I've done one here and there and stuff. I mean, I know it's I know they're all going through a lot right now since the 7 motorcyclists just died.
Oh yeah,
It's
geez,
horrible.
that's right.
It's sad. I mean, I was still getting over it. And now there's another biker who just died up in New Hampshire this past week.
Wow, I wasn't even thinking of that. I'm just wondering if they ever use you for for their merry events, to play songs.
They get them a number and stuff. I mean, I've done for other events, here and there and stuff.
Okay.
I have a lot of good connections, with them and stuff too.
Okay. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
So how many pieces do you assemble for every show? You must have. How many speakers do you usually use?
I got 2, obviously, with the stands too.
Okay. 2 speakers, one not a,
2 stands also.
and the CD player, right?
Yeah, I got the laptop and stuff, so I can switch back and forth.
So it's pretty portable. You don't have a. I mean, how long does it usually take you to set up for one gig?
Usually takes me at least with all the lighting and everything like that.
Yeah.
Takes me good at least an hour and a half.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
Depending on where I go. If I'm inside. Outside, when I go like somebody's house like that, I usually have a friend of mine or whoever, or the household person, give me a hand setting the campy up. That's
Okay.
10 by 10. That's usually big enough, for all my equipment and stuff.
Right.
Depending on what the closest area, especially with the shady area.
Oh, cool. Okay. Now, when you were a kid, did you ever think you'd be doing this as an adult, or what were you doing as a kid? What were your plans? I like to ask my guests what they were like as kids, and
I mean, I kind of looked up, getting into it and stuff.
right. You
when I
said
was
your
kids.
mind got you into it.
My mind, obviously, because listen to all the
Listen to
music
the
growing up
music,
and
right.
stuff.
Okay.
I was a music aficionado growing
Right.
up.
Okay.
That's how I got into it. Learned the business and stuff down the road. So.
Okay. So even growing up, you pretty much knew all the top 40 songs going back as far as you can remember.
Oh yeah.
Well, okay. Now, but you never considered trying to do something on the radio again or anything like that.
No. I mean, I could go on if they ask me and
Right,
stuff.
but I mean,
but
you do your own broadcasting on the
Yeah.
Yeah, you just like you get the business and it keeps you going.
It does, absolutely.
Okay, so you get something coming up next week. You said, right?
Yeah, not this Saturday, the 20th, but last Saturday of the month, 27th. I got
27th.
my birthday party. I'm doing in East Bridgewater, right on the other side of town.
Okay, yeah, and that's the next thing you got going.
Yes.
Okay, but in the meantime, there's always a chance you could get called for other things.
Yes.
Okay, so somebody gave me do you have a relative that gave me that plaque, that piece of paper when I saw him on the road one day? He said, well, it wasn't you that I met. It was someone else that said Adam Sheehan is a DJ. I thought you haven't no relatives at all in the business, just yourself.
No, just me.
Okay, and it's always been just you.
Yes.
Okay, since 2006
Yep.
when you started.
Yes.
Okay, so basically you get most of your referrals from word of mouth and online, and that's it. You never. What about the idea of maybe? Do you have a truck with an insignia on it, like it says Adam Sheehan DJ, with a lot of cool things that people can see as they're driving by, or you just take your own personal vehicle with no.
I mean, I
no
take my
logo.
own. I take my own personal vehicle because I have every room and stuff in my car. So
Okay.
I got plenty of room and stuff.
But you don't put your logo on your vehicle.
I don't have a logo.
You don't have a
that,
logo.
So
Okay.
No,
that might be kind of cool.
I mean, I'm checking my cousin. See, because I know he's doing some lettering and stuff over his shop. So.
Okay. He does lettering?
Yeah, my cousin Kenny, because he just got little
Not Kenny Robertson.
young Kenny. Yeah, he's doing.
Oh, he's
some,
the one. Right, that's Pro Tint.
Yeah, he's
right.
He's doing like shirts and stuff. Like logo and stuff like
so he's
that.
Your cousin.
Graphics.
That must have been you I met that day.
Yeah,
that was you. Okay. Yeah. That's funny.
Young Kenny's a couple years older than me.
He's older than you?
A couple years.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, that side of the family, because I'm related on his mom's side.
Okay.
His mom and my father are both cousins. It's a huge family when you look at it, because with all the cousins.
Right.
Many of the close cousins in the family have kids of their own. Like young Kenny's got kids.
Right.
His brother Jason's got kids.
What about you? No kids? Right.
Not me.
Yeah, you're smart. It's not for you. It's not for you. But I mean,
I'd love to, but my parents kind of strict with me. They don't want to see me go through child support.
No, I don't blame them.
They don't like that.
That's you don't need to do that now.
Me.
I mean, you got a great business. Sooner or later, if you keep up what you're doing, you'll probably meet someone, and then ultimately you'll maybe have a child and pass on the business eventually.
Maybe.
Who knows? Who's to say?
I'm playing my cards. That's what I'm doing now. Waiting for the right.
Yeah. No, I mean,
waiting for the right woman.
It's not right, exactly. And if it's meant to be, it'll be. But you're doing pretty well. You go all around the very nice neighborhoods, and you do these gigs, and what were the clubs you worked? You mentioned you did work at a club.
I've done a number of club events, like around the area. I mean, I know like I've done a lot of small like member hall clubs and stuff like that. I've done a number of like commercial club in East Bridgewater. That's a members hall.
But you never done like a major bar, like say like the Hard Rock. Well, I guess because they have bands there, live bands.
Yeah, they have bands. A lot of them have bands and stuff.
But they never asked you to introduce a live band. That's what I'm thinking. You've never done that.
Not that. No, I've done like most member hall events and stuff like around the area. I've done like American Legion, VFW.
VFW. You ever do the one in Hanover?
I haven't gone in there in quite a while. I was there for function quite a while back.
Okay.
But I haven't done too many events in there.
Okay.
I just did a birthday party at the American Legion Hall, Whitman Center.
Okay. Right. Okay. Cool. So basically, you're just moving right along, and everything's the business is never better. You're getting more following. You're getting a bigger following all the time. It's obvious you get a lot of people that know your work, and they want to keep you. They want you to be ready for them when they need you. That's great. Well, guess what? We're down to the final 5 minutes of the show. Imagine that.
It came quick.
It did. So what I want you to do in the remaining time is give shouts out to people that are going to see the show. You can start with Kenny if you want, because he's probably going to see it, and then other people that are, that might see it too, and family members or whatever, and then we'll wrap the show up. So, go ahead.
Hello first and foremost, my family out there. I know you're listening. My mom, my dad. I know you're over East Bridgewater. My cousin, my close cousins. Kenny, I know you're listening because you're right up the road. Jason, the rest of the family. It's too many to mention around here. Some of my close friends, those you I know from East Bridgewater. I'm not gonna say names here. What up to all you out there? My close out-of-town friends, not from East Bridgewater. There's a lot of you mentioned out there. All right, my out-of-town friends. Also, Jimmy, I know you hear me. Mike, I know you're on vacay. Listen, Chris, I know you're up the road. My other hard workers out there. Anytime you need me, don't be afraid to call me. I'm out there. I'm easy to look for.
That's right. Well, so what does the rest of 2019 look like for you? You got that birthday party on the 27th. What do you got past that? Anything planned?
I have that. I'm doing Fundraiser the following month, the 24th, over in West Bridgewater, the same hall.
What, August 24th?
Yes.
Okay.
Doing that over in West Bridgewater. And I have my friend's Lake Palooza party. I know he hear me. Tony.
There you go.
That's the 31st. That's Labor Day weekend.
It is. Your anniversary.
Yeah.
Right.
Then the first, September 1st, actually, day before Labor Day, I have another birthday I just got booked up for. That's across town, East Bridgewater again. I get that. Then Then it'll be football season, so I'll find out what's going on with that on the schedule on that end with school.
Okay.
And
You do speeches for the kids, right?
Yeah, I do. When they need me and stuff, they'll contact me and stuff.
What, like coaching yourself, or do you just like?
I'm a volunteer. I'm a volunteer coach.
You're a volunteer coach. That's interesting. I didn't know they had that. That's great.
Yeah, I like it and stuff. I go on. Obviously, it's where I grew up, East Bridgewater. I go on with the parents. I know a lot's changed. In the school system. With the administrative people, the teachers. Some have either retired, moved on to different school districts, or have gotten other positions elsewhere and stuff.
Okay, well, I'd love to have that Mr. McCabe on as a guest. If you had a good time, then please tell him.
Well,
I hope you had a good time with me. I hope he covered all the stuff. I know. You have to admit, I'm impressed by you've done so much in such a short span, and I mean both in time and space. You don't really travel very far, and you've only been doing it for 13 years is good, but you've made a great living at it, and you seem to be it just keeps getting better and better. I always like having guests like that.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, on that note, we're going to wrap the show up. So you ready to jiggy with it like we did at the beginning?
Oh, I sure am.
All right, folks. Thanks for watching Topic Time. More great episodes to follow. Keep tuned, and here we go.